NoDisHere. 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, as we all know, is where President Obama resides with his family. 1600. It's a perfect score on the SAT. To me, though, 1600, the number of days I was able to feel sand between my toes. The number of days I was able to play horsey with my cat, or at least try. The number of days I was able to hit my sister with a shovel while plowing the driveway. I was born with the ability to walk. I actually walked exactly 1600 days. In an abstract fashion, that is my story. When I was 5, I was paralyzed from the waist down. I had surgery that took place on my T6 spinal cord, and there was a 10% chance that I would not be able to walk, and that 10% happened. I'm not the only one though. Maybe in my scenario, I stand alone, but within the afflictions, there's a lot of similarities out there. And these are just kind of the people that I've talked to, the interviews, the kind of the one-on-one that you have at a bonfire, that one-on-one that is kind of in the back of the room, and you get to learn more and more about somebody. And you'll realize that some affliction may be more visible than others. As NoDisHere tackles on its target market, it's going to be physically disabled people. The biggest one that reached out to me is the first one. Have you been disabled with various things like spine issues? And by the way, spinal bifida is one of the most popular disabilities, and just the spine overall has the biggest impact on your wheelchairs as a whole. And I just want you to take this insight at the point where I'm not alone. And I know that because I was able to reach out to the community. What is NoDisHere? NoDisHere is a resource. It's a resource to be able to communicate and to reach out to those people that are physically disabled, to those who are in a rehab hospital that can't extend further than their own bed. Yes. As a starting service, this is our mock-up of our website. The function is to be able to be a social media website, to base your profile on your disability and your symptoms, and to be able to connect you with other people that have similar symptoms. The communication and the communication between users will be based on a Reddit format. You'll be able to post a concern and comment, and you'll be able to have other people have feedback, and be able to, as a community, vote on that feedback to increase the quality of that feedback for the users. Now, my customers are going to be based off of a medical company that want to reach out to my users, charity organizations that overlap with my market users, and just to be able to maximize on the market. And as I collaborate with my users, that is one distinct thing that I'm honored to be able to bring together. Thank you.
I read your business plan. I thought it was interesting. I kind of felt that you missed kind of half the story. And the story I saw you build confidently was why people would pay to have access to your members. One of the things I think is missing from your story that you probably glossed over is what problems your customers have, the reason why those companies want to talk to your customers. Because you look at, obviously with the Healthcare Act, the way insurance companies are in hospitals are being paid, with advocacy, where you see a variety of different industries that are trying to caveat certain specific injuries to be able to kind of pull together and build a marketplace. I think the timing's right. But I missed the opportunity to understand why would they be interested in those type of customers coming, as far as the medical device companies. What's missing?
So to understand your question, you want to know why the users would be attracted to the website, why they would want to utilize it. So when a disability kind of comes off as an insecurity, and it's something that's somewhat more visible than others, and as you kind of deal with that insecurity and you want to make sense of it, you are trying to reach out for comfort and advice, even in the business arena. We want to find insights on how we can problem solve. to the point where if I want to figure out how to ride a motorcycle, I want to be able to go, hey, how do you drive a motorcycle? And be able to post something up there and be like, oh, I'm from Florida, I have my father's a mechanic, and he and I sat for 13 hours and created a great design. Not everybody had that type of resource, but you're able to share that resource with other people and post something, post the design, post it and say, hey, this is the guy that did it, this is the design, here at it. And it's just an opportunity or a resource to be able to seek your answers that you have in a question format.
Are you saying that there's not that out there now?
Right now there is. Right now you got Facebook, you got Twitter, you got a lot of social media websites out there, but they're for the general market. This social media website is specifically for visibly disabled people, and to actually be able to cultivate that community where you are going to get that type of response. So like subcategory.
Are there any subcategories now?
Right now for the physically disabled people, no. And to the point where I want to extend, there are insurance companies that have tried to make a live chat. So what you do is kind of like a contact us. I do not count that as a social media, but they have done a live chat where you do talk to their sales team. And you say, hey, I need help with this, and just to be able to kind of have that market research. That's the closest thing that I found.
Right.
Alec, have you, I noticed you're going to try to get, obviously, vendors or providers to sponsor, advertise, whatever on your site. Have you considered trying to have part of your service be like reviews of these service providers, something in like Angie's List model, where, I mean, obviously this is a very specialized field, so I would think that information would be very valuable if you could provide it.
I had thought about it, and I realized that I can't put too much on one website, and that it kind of becomes just kind of a cluster, if I may well. And I have thought about, if so, making another website and keep them connected. I think it would be very cluttered, at least in a visual context, for trying to be able to have users be responsive, have advertisement, have guest webinars, and have all of that. But then also have a section where you do have a technology review, because there's a lot of technology out there that are really pushing for people to expand their horizon as you are to be able to do something more with their life. So I definitely agree. There's a market out there. I think I made the decision to not put it on this particular social media website.
So it's a very personal thing, and I think you might be underestimating the market by keeping it just for physical disabilities. Explain why, just as
right now, what's really good about being one of the first is that you get to kind of dominate the market. If you're the first one to kind of push through it, that drawback is you don't understand the market that well, because you're kind of the first one stepping in. I do not understand the market to 100% benefit, and I want to be able to have the physical disabled community, because of my background and my insight and my network. I want to post up with them, and then allow the user to be able to grow from there. Now, if a dyslexic person wants to create a profile and kind of be a part of this community, I'm not to stop them. It's not limited to that. But this is what, from my background and where I'm starting, this is where I'm going to go in that direction.
Judge, we have time for one more question.
What is your go-to-market strategy in terms of the marketing plan and how to reach people?
So right now, it's kind of building a brand, because it's a community and you want to have that type of stigma with the branding. And I want to extend that through social media, Facebook, Twitter, and kind of just create that awareness. Search optimization, and just kind of, in the best way, word of mouth. I'm very fortunate to have a great network with charity organizations and just the disabled community. So I'd like to also use my following that I've had through my public speaking and my writing, and also be able to partner up with other writers and bloggers and speakers that share the same market that I have. Thank you.
Thank you.